This is a new Volkswagen T-Roc R, and it's a perfect car for this kind of situation. Hi honey, I'm home. Hello darling. I think it's new car time and I'd really like to get a hot hatch. Oh no, I don't think that's very sensible. Oh, how about this then? Look, a family-friendly small SUV. Go on, check it out. Oh yes, that's much better. But what does R mean? That stands for responsible. That seems like a much better choice. Thank you very much for compromising. We'll definitely be having sex tonight. Oh, awesome. I'll just go get the car then. Why do I have paper towel there? Let's start this review by talking about the car's engine. So it's the same 2-litre turbocharged petrol that you get in the Golf R. And of course, R doesn't stand for responsible. Quite the opposite really, it stands for racing. That's because you've got 300 horsepower and 400 newton meters of torque. Volkswagen say this car should do 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds, but I'm not gonna believe them. I'm gonna check it for myself, see what the reality is. Here I have my specialist timing gear, which I'm just gonna plug in. We're going to see exactly how quick it is when I launch it. So to put this car into launch mode, I have the stability control in sport, I've got the car's driving mode in race, the gearbox in sport as well, left foot on the brake, floor the throttle, release the brake, let's do it. God, it gets off good, this. This is fast. It's going to be a good time, I'm telling you. I reckon this is quicker than 4.8 seconds. Who are they trying to kid? Let's have a look. Oh yes, I am right. 0 to 60, 4.2 seconds. Not bad for a school run car, eh? There's upgraded brakes over the normal T-Roc. You've got 330mm discs at the front, you've got two 88mm at the back, which interestingly are the same size as the standard T-Rocs at the front. You've also got 2 piston sports calipers as well, and then the ones off the old Golf R Performance, so they're 2 kilograms lighter than on the normal Golf R. We've seen how good this car is at going, so now let's see what it's like at stopping. So once again, I'm going to use my specialist timing gear. We're going to do a full emergency stop from 70 miles an hour, see how long it takes. Let's do it. Ready? Here we go. Here's a 70. Oh. Almost dropped my specialist timing gear. So 70 to 0, 44.7 meters, which is good, really good actually. Not quite as good as an Audi RSQ3 Sportback. If you want to see just how good that car is at braking and its performance and the general review, click up there on the pop-out banner to go check it out. VW has fitted this R version of the T-Roc with an upgraded aluminium front subframe, which improves the stiffness between the front wheels. You get upgraded sport suspension, so you have stiffer springs and dampers, and it's lowered by 20mm over the normal car. Also, you can get an adaptive setup, which once again is more sporty than the standard adaptive setup, and that costs an extra £695, but it's well worth having. You get a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic gearbox as standard, and Volkswagen's full motion system, which is a 4-wheel drive system which mainly runs in 2-wheel drive mode, but it can send up to 50% of the engine's power to the back wheels when you need some extra grip. The car comes with a sports exhaust, but it doesn't really sound that good. Have a listen to this. Now you can upgrade to an Akrapovic system, and that sounds awesome. The trouble is, it costs £3,000, and also some people might make you say a Krapovic properly, and that sounds weird, doesn't it? A Krapovic. The car gets specially tuned variable ratio steering. It's really stable at high speeds, but also highly manoeuvrable because you can go from lock all the way through to lock in just 2 turns. While this car doesn't have a proper mechanical limited slip differential, it can mimic one, sort of, with its brakes. So what it'll do is, if a wheel starts to spin up, the brake will grab it to send power to the wheel with the most grip. Let's see what these upgrades have done to how this car feels to drive when you encounter a twisty road. Put it into manual mode. Is it going to be fun? Is it like a Golf R? Should be. Oh gosh, going a bit enthusiastically into that corner. My God, it grips really well and it's quite responsive on the throttle. It leans maybe a bit more than the Golf R just because it's taller, but that does mean that it moves around a bit, and so that makes it quite good fun. Can I jump it? Can I jump it? You bet your ass I can jump it. Oh, she likes to get air. This is wicked. Now this is a closed road and I would not be driving like this on an open road. Legally, this is all you need. This is a lot of fun. That was great. It's very precise. You can feel what's going on beneath you, even though you're sat up higher than in a Golf R. It feels just like a Golf R. Can you tell the smile on my face? Volkswagen has done a good job with this car. It's a sensible shopping mum car, yet it can hoon about like some kind of nutcase hooligan machine. Epic. The Volkswagen T-Roc R starts from £38,500, though look here, you can save an average of £4,200 off one through CarWow. Now if you click on the pop-out banner up there, you can download our new app where you can do things such as compare offers on cars, check out our reviews, and it even includes a special tool where you can use your phone's camera to scan a car's number plate and it'll give you the value of that car. Download it, it's free. Seeing as you're paying more money for this R version, you're going to want it to look a bit more special than the standard car. And it does, so it's got more aggressive front bumpers, they're deeper. There's also these huge air intakes to help feed air in to cool the radiators. There's also LED daytime running lights there instead of the normal fog lamps that you get on the standard car. And of course, the all-important R badge for those in the know. At the side, you get some unique 19-inch alloy wheels. I like the design of these, they look really good. Also, there's some black wheel arch extensions and they merge into these slightly more pronounced side skirts. You also get some satin door mirrors and the R badging on the side as well. This pointless fake vent effect. At the back, you also get some more R badging. So that means every angle is now covered. You also get some redesigned rear bumpers, which are more sporty looking, and quad tailpipes, which I'll illustrate with this CarWow Twiglet of truth. Pokey poke. It's a very important test. Pokey poke, and yeah, there we go. All real. What's not real though is this diffuser. It's just there for show. Also, these vents here, totally fake, totally pointless. But there you go. Here on the inside, there's some upgrades over the standard T-Roc as well, such as the R Sport seats, so they're part cloth, part Alcantara. There's also an R steering wheel, which is sort of flat-bottomed, and obviously the R badging on it as well. You get some aluminium pedals, some R-branded sill plates. Also, you have gloss black trim pieces, and they're normally on the dash as well, and on the doors, but you can upgrade to this horrible scheme if you want to for £115. Yeah, don't do that, please. Thing is, all these upgrades don't really do enough to make the car feel premium enough on the inside, because the quality of the materials inside the T-Roc just generally a really low rent. It's actually plusher inside the cheaper Golf R. If you want a slightly posher version of this car, why not get an Audi SQ2? Feels nicer inside. Here in the back you also get the R Sport seats, so rear passengers can enjoy that feature as well. Other than that, it's T-Roc business as usual, which means decent headroom, all right knee room, more space than a Golf, but less than a Tiguan. The boot on this car is okay. You get 392 litres. That is about 100 litres less than a Seat Ateca Cupra. Or should that be an Ateca Cupra? Either way, if you want to watch my video of that car, click on the pop-out banner up there to go check it out. The T-Roc R comes with lots of standard equipment. For instance, you get the top of the line infotainment system. It's obviously got touchscreen and inbuilt navigation as well, which is all right, although it's the previous generation version. You get a nicer system in the very latest Golf. You also get a digital driver's display with sports dials and stuff like that. And you even get interior ambient lighting, although it is just one colour, but you can alter the intensity in the door and the footwell. However, if you want a small performance SUV with more interior ambient lighting options and a superior digital driver's display, click on the pop-out banner up there to check out the Mercedes-AMG GLA 35. And that brings on to 5 annoying things about this Volkswagen T-Roc R. Would you like a sporty starter button in your sporty car? Of course you would. However, you only get it if you pay £400 extra for the keyless go. One of the views of the digital driver's display actually has 3 speedo displays. There's the dial, there's the digital number within the dial, and then there's the digital number again in the middle. You only get one free paint colour as standard, and that is white. So if you don't want that, you're going to have to pay extra. And if you want this blue, which you probably do because it's the nicest colour, that's over £600. It means this particular car I have here costs over £39,000. However, I've put the details of it into the CarWow configurator and I've had an offer back for just over £33,500, so a saving of over £4,000. Now, if you want to try out the CarWow configurator for yourself, click on the pop-out banner up there and give it a go. Just do it with any car you want, really, see what kind of savings you can get. This R version of the T-Roc has a rear differential for its four-wheel drive system, and that eats into the space of the boot, and as a result it's 50 litres smaller than the boot on the front-wheel drive versions of the T-Roc. The dual clutch automatic gearbox can be a bit jerky at lower speeds. It's a bit like, oh yeah, not smooth. It's not all negative though. Here's 5 good things about this car. When Volkswagen's engineers were developing the handling on this car, they actually disengaged all the stability and safety systems completely because they didn't want them massing any unruly handling characteristics like you might get with a tall vehicle such as this. Speaking of which, you can actually disengage the stability control on this car completely off as well. If you want to get it slightly layering a bit more sideways, they don't go thinking it'll be doing skids. It can't really do that. The four-wheel drive system in this T-Roc car has been tuned over the Golf R, so you can actually send power from the front to the back quicker, which does make it feel a little bit more rear-wheel drivey. As well as the normal driving modes that you get with the T-Roc, you get an extra one called race mode, which just makes everything a little bit more responsive. The infotainment system has some special R performance information such as G-force monitor, oil temperature, boost pressure, and you can mix and match them like that so you can have them laid out just as you'd like it. It's a little bit like a slot machine. And I've got 3 bars, I've hit the jackpot. I'm already impressed with how this car can do the sporty stuff, but what's it like at doing the normal daily, boring, commuting, sensible driving stuff? So I'm going to put the gearbox into drive, put the stability control all the way on, and go into comfort mode. So that's going to reduce the throttle response, the shifts from the gearbox, make the steering lighter, and importantly on this car, because it's got the adaptive suspension, make it softer. It's not bad. It is a bit firmer than the standard T-Roc on its adaptive suspension, but it is easily comfortable enough to live with every day. In fact, it's quite an easy car to drive now. It's just relaxing, simple. You get a decent view out as well, because you're sitting a bit higher than in a normal Golf R. I think people could just live with this every day and not know the performance, and then, oh well, I need to overtake someone, floor it. Gearbox kicks down pretty well, even in comfort mode, and off you go again, and then that's 70. When you're going quite quickly, you do get a bit of wind whistle from here. That's it. Not much tyre noise really, considering you've got bigger wheels on this car than the standard T-Roc. All in all, very comfy and easy to live with. But what about the economy? Because obviously you've got a high performance engine. It's going to hurt economy, right? Well, this thing's averaging just over 28 miles per gallon, which I guess I'll take considering the performance. So then, what's my final verdict on the Volkswagen T-Roc R? Should you avoid it? Should you consider it? Should you shortlist it? Or should you just go right ahead and buy it? Well, I reckon you should shortlist it. It's not quite as cool or as fun as a normal hot hatch, but because it's a family-friendly SUV, it sort of flies under the radar. This is wicked. Got some proper air. Have you got the front tyre? Responsible. Family car, but it's also a... Oh, eco tip. Move the selector lever to position D. Thank you. I'll ignore that.